Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joann and today we are back with another Christmas morning casserole. Today we are going to be making a gingerbread French toast casserole. I found this recipe several months ago. I've been dying to make it and today is the day. So let's get started. Okay, quickly let's go through the ingredients that you'll need for the casserole. You're going to need a brioche bread, and you're going to chop this into 1-inch cubes. 3 large eggs. I don't have it out yet. 1.5 cups of whole milk, a half a cup of heavy cream, 6 tablespoons of light brown sugar, 8 tablespoons of the molasses. You'll also need 1.5 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Also, some store-bought gingerbread man cookies. We're going to decorate with these later. So let me go ahead and we'll get the bowl and we'll just start making this together. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and cut our bread into cubes. Okay, now in a large bowl, we're going to go ahead and mix in all of the ingredients, including the spices. I need to get a spatula. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and grease your casserole dish, which I already did. I'll move this out of the way. And go ahead and put our bread cubes in the dish. And whoa, you know what? Maybe I need a little bit of a bigger dish. Well, let's try it out. Okay. And then what we're going to do is pour this over the bread. And what you want to do is really give this some time for the bread to soak it up. So you can put it in the refrigerator overnight, 24 hours, and then you can bake it, the next day, or you can leave it out on your counter for about a half hour. Of course, the longer that you keep it soaking, the better it will taste. So let me just drop something. Make sure that all of the bread is submerged and able to soak up that delicious custard. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put mine in the refrigerator. I'm going to do it for a few hours and then we'll take it from there. And then, of course, normally I would say keep it in for the 24 hours, but for this purpose, I will do a half hour. Not a half hour. I will do a few hours. Oh, I need more coffee. Okay, so while we are waiting for the casserole, for the bread to soak up all that custard, I'm going to go ahead and start with the glaze. And for the glaze, you're going to need 3 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a half a teaspoon of ground ginger. So I'm hoping that I have this over here. Hoping I have at least 2 tablespoons here. Yeah, I should. I had taken it out earlier this morning, and I wasn't sure if I quite measured the correct amount. Okay, and what was it? A half a teaspoon of ginger. Okay, let me take this off. And that is going to be the glaze that we're going to put on top of the casserole. Okay, so I've had the casserole in the refrigerator for a few hours. Of course, like I said, it would be best if you left it overnight. But I think a few hours, I think it should work fine for today. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take this glaze that we just made, and we are going to go ahead and pour it or drizzle it over the casserole. I just want to make sure that it's completely stirred. Well, okay, and what that is going to do is actually kind of make it a crunchy crust, like a sweet and slightly crunchy crust. So I've had the oven preheating to 350 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and pop this in the oven. And let me see, it's 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes until you see that the top of the casserole is a little brown and the center is cooked through. So let's get this in the oven, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's out. Okay, my friends, this is what it looks like. I put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. I kept checking it, making sure that it was okay, and it smells delicious. So this is what it looks like. We're going to go ahead and decorate it a little bit with some powdered sugar, and then I got these little gingerbread men cookies to place on top, and I think it'll look really cute. So let's do that. I found a shaker, and that is what I'm going to use. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Maybe this isn't going to work. It's not. Okay, let's do it the other way. Okay, that's better. Finally got it to come out. And then I was going to try to stick them in, but I don't know if they're going to stand. Try to do it this way. I mean, I guess they can lay down. I think they look cuter standing up. I'm working in the French toast there. Okay. Okay. I think that looks good. And that is it for today, my friends. I hope that you've enjoyed this Christmas morning casserole recipe. It is the gingerbread French toast casserole. I will have the recipe linked below with all the ingredients and everything you need to make it at home. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the holiday activities coming up soon here on my channel. We have Bakemas coming back, and I don't want you to miss it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.